On this video, we're going to go over what is best for you. There's no perfect rig. I've had 4 different type of campers over the years, and we're going to go over those right now. And one thing you definitely want to ask yourself is, do you like camping? Because if you don't like camping, it's really not practical. If you look at here, the average cost for a camper is $15,000. That adds up to 150 nights in a hotel. So if you're not up for camping, then this is probably not the way you want to go. With the tent, it comes down to simplicity and easy to get around. The mobility of getting out and getting anywhere you want to be without having to worry about a good road or anything like that. Drawbacks to having this type of setup. You have to worry about where you're going to use the bathroom, but you can always get out and see amazing things. Now the first camper that I got was a tag teardrop. It was a nice setup, but basically a bed on wheels. It's easy to tow, and it can be pulled just about anything. 4-cylinder, 1,500 pounds and up. The no bathroom problem, you have to make sure you're near a bathroom in some areas when you're in a campground. One thing you want to make sure of if you get a tag type camper or teardrop is that both of you like this type camper. I made this big mistake thinking my wife would like this, and she thought she would, but after staying in it one night she didn't. So it was a pretty expensive mistake on my behalf, and something you want to make sure that both couples like this type of a camper. Our next camper that we got was a Aliner Scout Light. It was a basic Aliner, but it was really nice because it had hard sides. Anytime you look at your pop-up type camper, this is also in this same category. There's simplicity as far as the design. They can be quite extensive. You can get a lot of them with stoves and refrigerators, but I got the basic one, and so that's what I'm basing this on. It had a pretty good setup for the 2 double beds, but not a whole lot of space inside. There was a little bit of room to stand up and change clothes. Now ours had a bathroom that we added into it. It didn't have one initially, but most of the time you stayed near the bathroom whenever you camped in a campground. But we did have a little portage on it we could pull out. We did all of our dishes outside and our cooking outside. Some of them would be you can do inside, but that's the way we chose, and we like to cook outside even to this day. And our current camper that we have, Hardshell, is a 19-foot camper. It has pretty much the best of everything on a small package. You can go a lot larger than this, but this is probably as large as we'll ever go. It does require a V6 or higher to pull with at least a 5,000 pound capacity, and most of the time you want to go even higher than that. We did like that this one has plenty of room, and we do have the dry bath. Most of these, some of these smaller campers have a wet bath where you have to take a shower in the whole bathroom. This one was a pretty large bathroom. It's something we were pretty impressed with. It's nice having a John when you're out camping. You don't have to park near the campground. Restroom. In summary, there's a lot of different type of camp setups you can get. They all have their pros and cons. Some of them will be very expensive, some will be relatively cheap. Each time you go from one to the other, that's a kind of a personal preference, and that can also change as you get older. We start off with the tent and we moved into a camper now. We're very happy with that. As you get older, your patience to go out camping on the ground is just not what it used to be. So I hope this helped out. I'm not trying to say this is what works for everybody, but it just gives you a general idea of how everything is set up, where you can get different campers, and you may change that as you get older. And so I hope this helped out, and if you have any other comments, leave it in the comments, and we'll talk to you later.